Good morning! Hello, everyone! It's me, the Lucky Duck. I am so excited to be here this morning. I am going to be drawing some art because earlier this week on Monday, Villain of Legend redeemed a redeem to do a doodle on a Saturday art stream. So here we are. Today we're going to be drawing me with my favorite Pokemon, and if you guys don't know what that is, well, you're gonna find out. I just have to adjust my mic a little bit because it is a little bit in the way, so please let me know if you're having issues hearing me at all. I am going to go ahead here and do what I normally do, which is get started with a little bit of a gray for the paper, quote unquote, because it's just easier on my eyes when I'm trying to see things. But I hope y'all are doing good this morning. Who is this ducky? I'm new here. Oh my goodness. Only the most chaotic, wholesome duck that's here on Twitch. So I'm gonna go ahead, put up the grid. Gotta think of the pose that I want to be in, and also how I want to have the Pokemon. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like just trying to block out like the idea I have for like posing, because thank you for that. Hi INR, welcome in. You just watched me get pelted with a bunch of things. Oh my goodness. So I'm thinking I can do like the classic like Pokemon like Pokeball like holding, right? And then got the tail in the back. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, it is already a morning here. I have been rotated, I've been smacked around, and I've been given a hydrate. So I'm gonna have some of my Dr. Thunder. We're back to Dr. Thunder again. I hope you're doing well, Lascelles. I know this is probably a much better time for you because it is quite literally only 10 a.m. here, which, you know, is over in Europe, I'm sure, like the afternoon. Right now I'm just doing the sketch part, which is me just getting my thoughts in order. This is quite literally how I start every ducking picture that I draw. I just draw a bunch of scribbles and then I start figuring it out from there. I don't really like that. Let's do it like this. And yes, it is this ridiculous. This is quite literally how I start my sketching process. It looks this jank. I will fix this, mind you. This is just me getting my ideas out. It's 3:10 in the UK. Oh, that's not too bad. That's really not too bad. Robotic duck. Okay, that is not how this Pokemon looks at all. There we go. There we go. We have the basic foundation laid out now. I'm gonna need to look at references when I actually do this part of the picture, but we at least have the start of this going now. I'm going to save, because we always save our work here, because otherwise we lose it, and I am not about that life. So, I'm gonna save that in my folder here. Alrighty. So now I can kind of probably go ahead and reduce the opacity here and actually start properly sketching. We're gonna start with me. This is the most jank lucky I've ever sketched in my life. We're gonna have to get ultra close for this chat. Okay. So if I'm facing, that is too small. Let's make that a little bit bigger. I don't want it too big though. I'm also gonna kind of spin this a little. Okay. And now, back to normal. I'm gonna kind of... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I realized I did that on the wrong layer. This chat is exactly why I should not be drawing in the morning, because I am dysfunctional. I cannot properly... I cannot properly do what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I'm not a fan of this, but I'm gonna deal with it. We're gonna free transform it. We're gonna go back like this. We're gonna bring this down. See, this is why I say, like, I can't possibly ever really be a professional traditional artist. However, digital makes my life so much better. I'm gonna kind of throw this a little bit in here. Too early for the duck, indeed. I was actually up about 3 hours ago, which is completely and totally bizarre for me. I normally am not up this early. I normally sleep for about 2 more hours. Oh, by the way, while I'm here, I should show you guys a little something I'm working on. And I think you guys will find it kind of funny. For me, it is 10:14. So it's fairly early. I normally sleep until like noon. But I'm actually working on something. I know some of you saw on Twitter I said big things coming. That was not me playing off of Shindig's like thing where he says big things coming. Although that is a funny little gimmick thing. No, actually, I figured out a thing. And I'm gonna make good use of it, and this is a preview. Wah! We're gonna have some kind of a stream meta going on here. We're gonna have a lot of crazy stuff happening, but for now, we have just basic zoom out. We don't have anything special with it yet, but things will come. Things are coming. I am working on this actively. I promise. Because I want to do some new fun stuff now that I'm getting more time. But I just wanted to show you guys a little preview since you guys happen to be here today. Y'all get first dibs on seeing. And also, I'm gonna pause the music for a moment. Oh, thank you for the lurky lurk, Garo. I appreciate it. I'm gonna pause the music for just a moment, because I have another thing to preview to you guys. And I think that you guys will find it hilarious. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I had to do it. I thought you guys would find that funny, but I made that effect specifically for those streams where y'all just are extra. So I've got some things cooking. We're gonna do some fun things in the very near future. Oh my goodness. Garo didn't really say that. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy. I got closed caption now. I actually want to do like a special kind of subtitle effect, so I'm still working on that part, but I did get some basic subtitle stuff working, so if y'all are hard of hearing like I am, you do have the option to use closed caption now, which I'm actually very pleased about. So this is not going to be Pokemon Trainer Lucky, however, I do actually have a Pokemon Trainer Lucky in the works, so I don't have the design completed, so I can't really use that here, but I am going to go ahead and figure out how the face is gonna look. So probably like this. Okay, that's a little bit too much. That's fine. I'll fix it when I'm doing the actual line art. Because this is just the stage 2, the sketching. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I'm coming up with, and if y'all have any ideas, I am game. And I don't mean the kind of game that you guys eat. Just to be clear here. But if you have any ideas, I am game to try it out. I want to start making my stream a little bit more chaotic than it already is. And this by no means is going to be perfect. However, I am going to try. I am still in the waking up stages of the morning. Also, Lucky does not have very complex eyes. They're very, very much basic eyes. I did a lot of thinking when I was designing where like, how should she actually look? Should she be complex? Should she, you know, have like really crazy? No, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be simple. I'm gonna be a duck. I'm gonna be very, very just simple. Not too complicated, because if it's too complicated, it's really hard to replicate over and over, you know? Lucky gets actual eyebrows because the little button eyebrows I have are quite literally more like the chibi style. Ooh, that was a little weird. RC. Well, right now we are drawing me with my favorite Pokemon. I'm currently in the sketch stage, so this is very much impromptu. One of my people here, not today right now, I don't think, but Villain of Legend had done a doodle request, and so he said, Lucky with your favorite Pokemon, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Just a fun little way that, you know, people want to see me draw something specific. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, Kick-Asterix. Thank you for the resubby. I appreciate it. know, people want to see me draw something specific that's TOS friendly, mind you, that I could do it during a stream. So now y'all get to see me drawing in real time instead of the completed render pictures that I post, which are mostly just kind of like chibis anyway, but this is technically a doodle, but I am going to, you know, put some actual effort into it. Side. I don't really gotta put the bottom there because that's gonna be locked by the front. Let's see. We're gonna save real quick because we do not let ourselves lose our work from computer crashing, because my computer already crashed today. When I first started up to get ready for a stream, I was like, okay, I got 2 hours. And I am going to just, make sure that I'm 110% ready. And about 20 minutes before I was supposed to start is when everything happened. And I was like, well, I guess I have to restart my PC. And that happened. Let's see, this should actually be a little bit more like this. Yeah. And then this part will still go in front. Just cleaning that up for myself later. So I had to restart my entire PC and set everything up again because my PC is like, you're running too many things. It's why I don't have stream avatars up. Welcome, Annalie. Welcome, welcome. She now disappeared into the shadows. Well, again, thank you, Kickastress. I really appreciate it, honestly. Well, welcome, Annalie. We are currently hanging out, doing some doodles, and right now I am drawing myself with with my favorite Pokemon. Got the goggle facing the other way. Strap between. Quite literally, I still don't understand how I even managed to draw. I have aphantasia. For those of you who don't know what that is, it means I can't imagine. Like, I literally cannot imagine anything up in my head. If you try to imagine an apple, for example, some people will be like, yeah, I can imagine an apple. It's red, you know, it's glossy. And I'm like, I got nothing. I know what they look like, I can describe what they look like, but I cannot actually come up with it myself in my head. It's the reason I need so much reference. But with that being said, you can in fact learn art even if you are not born with any natural talent, I promise. If you ever want to draw, it is possible. Yep, exactly. And thank you for the hydrate. I am going to be full of Dr. Thunder this morning. So basically, it's like on a PC but without a monitor. I still run perfectly fine, but you know, well, I guess that's a little bit of a generalization because I definitely do not function perfectly fine. But you know what I mean. Like I can function as a member of society at least. So because of that, I didn't think I could draw for the longest time. I was like, I don't have any talent. I can't imagine how you would even start going about drawing. And then I found a Christopher Hart book. Give me just, I swear I had my notifications turned off and I heard them. I guess Slack is just being Slack. Why am I drawing it on yo? Let me fix that. Give me a moment. Well, duck. I tried to fix it and now my audio's broken, so I can't hear a thing, but you guys can still hear me. So we're gonna leave it like this. We're not going to touch anything. We're not going to break it. We're gonna leave it as is. Although if you still think the music's a little loud, I can still adjust that. I just cannot hear the music myself anymore because my PC is in that kind of state. This is exactly what I was saying before. It's exactly what happened. For whatever reason, anytime I'm like switching on my Beacon, which is my new like little mixer, which I originally had on my throne, but then someone was nice enough to give me their old one. Once I got that, I started having these issues. I mean, it helps to a point, but when I can't draw and listen to music, there's a problem. Yeah. But yeah, I literally cannot imagine. It's not in me. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have a very long neck here. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out. I will say, if we do play Pokemon Legends Arceus after this, I will have to probably stop the stream and then restart. That way I can actually, hear the audio. But I don't know if we'll have the time for that today. If not, we will resume on Monday. I have an overactive imagination, just can't draw. Yeah, it's something that you have to really learn because, like, for example, Otaku Dan TV has talked about it in his own streams. But he basically has the opposite of what I have, which is hyperphantasia. And hyperphantasia is where you have a very, very vivid mental monitor, if you will, where you're able to, like, quite literally even visualize in, like, 3D. Now, I've heard a lot of artists who have hyperphantasia have a little bit of a problem because they tend to get discouraged with the fact that they can't replicate what they see in their head. Which I guess is a little bit of a blessing for me because I literally cannot imagine. I think what I'm probably gonna do is bring this up. And then that way it's a little more accurate. There we go. Got the little jacket fluffs. But when you have aphantasia, you basically just have to learn how to draw, like, from a technical perspective, and then you can draw. And you don't have as much of the same issues. Although you can still have the same issues of, like, I can't draw good enough, but at the very least, I don't have that feeling of, I can't draw it as good as I see in my head. You see, they just describe it to you. So yeah, I'm kind of just winging this drawing because it is a doodle, but I will have to reference Psyduck because I cannot draw to save my life on my own. This is the evidence right here. I don't think a Psyduck has that weird shape. Okay, we save. I will note, my comfortable style for drawing has definitely changed over the years. Because, well, to put it simply, let me actually go ahead and open up an old picture I drew. This one right here. You can see very much that doesn't look right in my opinion. Like, I understand it worked at the time and it still looks good, but do you see the problem yet? Well, I'm glad you think it's a pretty good Psyduck, because I don't. It looks very derpy to me. More derpy than the actual Psyduck. But, like this one right here. This one I was so proud of because I was like, I drew a hand! But can you see the issue here? Number one, my duckbill, because I was not I was not good at duckbills at that time because I had not had a lot of practice. Yes, but Psyduck's not supposed to be that level derpy. That's like kindergartner doodle Psyduck. But like kindergartner me doodle, I should clarify. But one major issue, if you look at my model now, and you look here, you notice the problem. Oh my goodness, I accidentally put the goggles in front of the blue part of my hair. And behind my bangs instead of behind the blue part, which is where it's supposed to be. So it doesn't quite look right. And the duckbill's not supposed to turn up like that. I was trying to mimic Disney, and I kind of did with like the eyes, but it didn't quite work for me. This actually is my phone case, by the way. I can't actually show you because my phone is my camera whenever I show things. However, this is the design I currently have on my phone case. I've been meaning to replace it, but I have not gotten around to it. I do have the new design. I actually want to make another new design. I am indecisive. I am ADHD. You can probably tell. I really need to get art from you. Oh, thank you. I mean, honestly though, that I actually have some really nice pieces that are not so like scritchy and like weird. I've also done other VTuber like art. One of the ones I did was actually for a friend of mine who is on an indefinite hiatus, unfortunately. But I really had fun doing her model art. And ignore the showing teeth and stuff, but this was hers. And I made this a few years ago. I actually had a lot of fun with designing it because I had never drawn anything like it before. And a really funny part of the design process was she wasn't quite sure what kind of shoes she should wear. I was like, well, you already picked mismatching socks, so you could be barefoot. Yes, Spider. I replace it with the art you're making. Oh no, let me zoom out. Let me zoom out. Because I'm a little bit off here. Let me here. There we go. But ignore the mouth showing right now, because obviously that gets stretched and hidden and all that fun stuff. But that was the original model art for her. She's been really busy with work, so she's not been able to really stream or anything, so. But those are right there. Those are the lips, and then I did the inside of the mouth. I didn't know at the time exactly how this was supposed to go because I did mine different from, I guess, what is quote unquote standard, or what was standard at the time. She looks like she would be a monster. I mean, she is a zombie. Her name is Z Zombie. She's still on Twitter, but she doesn't really post like ever, because again she's been busy with work. But yeah, that was the design I came up with for her. I'm currently working on Otakudan TV's 3.0 model. Unfortunately, I did have a bunch of delays because of my own work. However, it is coming along. I have a few more YCH emotes I'm doing for the Lethal Company emotes. Oh my goodness. Hey Zyrite, welcome in. By the way, if y'all don't know Zyrite, she is a lovely, lovely artist who is looking at getting ready to possibly like make some stuff soon. She's done like a lot of the like overlay stuff that I have, not all of it, but she did do basically 90% of my emotes and my profile picture. So she's a very good artist if you ever need a commission. Very, very good. And yeah, no trouble, RC. That is totally okay. So I'm going to quickly look up a reference of a person holding a Pokeball because I realize I am terrible. I am terrible at imagining because I literally can't. So let me see here. Okay, found a reference of literally Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town. That way I could kind of work off of the posing here, because I kind of just scribbled this. So in theory, this would be kind of like a circle. As it should be. And then thinking about how that would be in my specific pose, because one of the fun things about references is that obviously, you know, I'm not like straight up copying or anything like that, but I am studying to see exactly how the hand goes around it. So that this middle finger would kind of be about like this. And then the last two are kind of lumped together. Okay. I can kind of work with that. Okay, we got that. And indeed, Jimbo, duck indeed. It is very important. And that's kind of why I've been kind of loosely scribbling about to get my ideas in place, because I have aphantasia and I cannot imagine where the fucking heck. I get big enough, she might have a commission for me. I mean, honestly, Zyra's a fantastic artist, especially if you need any kind of like animals or creatures. She does a really good job. Like, I could not draw ducks when I first started. I can only draw ducks now because I am a duck, and thank you for the hydrate, by the way. So I went to her for all my early emotes. Yeah, anthros are your start. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, learning how to do like anthropomorphic art just completely and totally improves your overall skills, just because it's so hard to do compared to regular people. Also, Disney. I'm drawing Griffin right now, taking a break. Oh, nice. Another artist in the chat. Yeah, I quite literally, like nowadays, because I don't have a ton of money, I can't commission Zyrite as much. So I've been doing most of my more recent things, like my Arceus overlay here, which is actually up on my Ko-Fi for free if you guys want to use it. Totally allowed to. But like, I've been doing a lot more art because I've had to, although I would totally commission her more if I had the funds. So thinking about, this is gonna probably actually kind of come forward. Thinking this is gonna kind of come forward more, and then this is gonna kind of come back. There we go. That's gonna be a little bit more accurate to what I want. Yeah, I just need to get back into streaming on YouTube. I need to wait until I can not only pay but use it. Wait until you see roast duck. No. I go see as an anthro wolf, probably craving roast duck. Oh no. I actually have a few things I'm going to be putting together to kind of play off of that whole thing. You guys will probably see that next week, not today, because I'm still working on a lot of stuff. But you know, right now building points for the crowd control. Oh no. Draw comics and illustrated stories, but not for hire since 2020. Yeah. I do know that the industry for art has definitely gotten a lot harder, like as of late, because of like all the AI junk. And you know, I understand that some people feel like it's hopeless, but there is hope, I think. And besides that, AI is never going to be perfect, even if it is allowed to exist, which is exactly why I still draw. Also, how the duck is AI supposed to make a proper VTuber model? I mean, this is not something that an AI is going to slap together in at least the next year. I don't see it doing very well for VTuber models at all. I've seen some people try, and the outcome is not great. The layers do not get cut right, and it's a whole thing. So I'm gonna probably move this like this. Yes, this is blurry, but this is a sketch, so it's fine. I'm gonna kind of move this like this, because I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to look. Because again, Aphantasia, fantastic thing to work with. I can always tell what kind of looks right and what doesn't. So if this kind of comes through here, let me see. That is not quite the curve I want, but it's close enough. So this is gonna be like the little zipper do. This comes over. Now thinking. This is gonna be a little bit messy until I figure out where I want the lines. Because again, I cannot quite tell where I want it. And I'm not going off currently of a reference post, which I should be, but that would be a little bit difficult in my current situation. My PC is being a little bit janky. And I'm trying to avoid going and doing too much right now. Yeah, I can't hear anything right now. In the 90s, they had a late night show called The Bird, where the host was a CGI talking bird lady, sort of like a VTuber. Seems like things have come full circle. Probably. I mean, right now, you can basically do, like, 2D as... Like, you can make 2D look like it's 3D. Like, this is a 2D model. This is not 3D. I promise you. Even though it might look 3D, I actually used Live 2D to make this. So it's very much 2D. I cannot model in 3D to save my duck in life. Why do I not have my phone up? Because I'm easily distracted, and I probably should. That would probably be a good way for me to look at references, because normally I do that on my PC because I have terrible vision. I also don't want to be constantly like staring down like this, because I don't have a ton of room on my desk. At least not right now, but... Turn her to the side? Question mark? Yeah, right now, I need to figure out, because it's supposed to be like a 3/4 angle, kind of. I am. This is what I mean when I say there's. You can draw even if you don't have the ability to imagine. You just learn basics and then you start building off of that. Wow. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead, I think, so I can have a live like stream playing because I can't see. Because of the issue that I only have 2 monitors. So I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and move some things really quickly. Beep, beep. Excuse me, wires. Coming through. They also had a show called The Pets with talking animal puppets doing very adult things and getting into mischief like roommate. Oh my fucking god. You know, it's kind of funny because growing up, I didn't really watch a whole lot of like things. I mostly like to either watch anime or I would play video games. Let me see here. I think I know what the issue is. I think I figured it out. I'm looking at this like, I think I know. So I'm gonna kinda do like this. And we're gonna free transform. Oh, that's looking so much better. It's quite funny to watch at night when you're half drunk. I could believe that. I could believe that. I do have one issue, which is I have an issue getting drunk. And I blame it on the Scottish blood. My father was Scottish, and he could drink, and nobody could really tell that he was drinking unless they saw him drinking. And it scares some people when I do drink, because I seem like I'm normal, like I seem like I'm a perfectly normal functioning member of society, and that's completely wrong because I'm autistic, okay? And I'm ADHD. So that's just a little weird to me. But this is gonna kind of come around like this, and then it's gonna be kind of folded a little. This is gonna kind of come around. And again, this is me just trying to get the idea of where I want everything, because I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. And by the way, like, what anime is that? I'm very curious. I have not really been watching much anime in recent months. The last anime I watched, I want to say, might have been Mob Psycho 100. The start of season 2. Kaiju number 8. I do not know that one. Otakudan TV might, but I'm not sure. It's really good and very funny. I imagine it's about kaiju. Giant monsters. But that would be an assumption. Okay. Now that I got that part, I'm gonna go ahead and save that. It's new, they're on the 9th anime? Jeez. Oh, episode. Okay, I was like, what? So this is gonna kind of come up around. And I don't even really need to fully finish the tail because it's gonna be behind. Let's see here. Yeah, so this foot is going to be more striking. work. Yeah, no, I got it. It is far too early in the morning. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. There we go. Starting to look right. To zoom out and see. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Granted, it's not exactly what I want, but it's getting there. It's about a guy that becomes a kaiju and gets a job at a place that hunts kaiju. Oh my goodness. That reminds me a little bit of like Tokyo Ghoul. You know, with Kaneki becoming a ghoul and having to basically deal with the reality of being a ghoul. Or even like the devil is a part-timer, which the devil, Lucifer, literally becomes a part-time employee at a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, which is also fun, but you know. Tokyo Ghoul? Well, the premise is basically the main character becomes half ghoul, so he has to deal with the reality of being a ghoul, and that results in a lot of things happening. I feel like I'm wearing disco pants, even though that's not at all what we're wearing here. But it'll work, because it's a doodle. Also, that's not at all how my feet look. I'm just putting placeholder feet there. Yes, the devil is a part-timer is absolutely fucking hilarious. I have not seen that one in forever, and I really need to watch it with Zyra, because I think that she would get a kick out of it. Boop. Okay. I think what I'll probably do for this foot is do a little bit of a turn. There we go. There we go. Kaiju number 8 is on Crunchyroll and comes out on Saturday at 10. So in other words, the exact time that I'm doing my doodle streams. Oh. Should I put a shoulder there? I don't know if I should put a shoulder there. Because I feel like her shoulder would technically be over here. So I don't know. I think I might take this. Still alive now. I'm waiting until probably tonight to watch it. Yeah, I would imagine that when a popular anime is like a new episode is out, that a lot more people tend to be watching it, which causes, you know, lag. Think about there should be fine. Now we'll just do a free transform so that we can get this positioned correctly. There we go. I absolutely fucking love the lasso tool. I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate it because I couldn't quite figure out how it was supposed to work. But I think I'm starting to get it. The duckbill will improve when I actually do. I know right now it's a blob. That's my chibi blob, so it's gonna change by the time I actually, you know. Gonna readjust. Okay. So if I kind of hide this for a moment, we have the makings we have the makings. However, we have a problem. I'm going to fix that problem. And that problem is head too small. Tiny head. It doesn't feel right. Gonna kind of move this until it's working. Almost got it, I think. Okay, that's much better. That is so much tucking better. It ain't perfect, but it's better. I'm gonna save that. Turn that back on. And now, this song right here, this is Unwavering Heart, which is from Pokemon Black and White. I actually, funny enough, have never played Black and White. However, I heard this song playing Pokemon X because in one of these cities, I think it's Silage City, one of the dudes in one of the houses plays this song if you talk to him, and then asks if you want to give a tip. So, you know, just have to tip for everything. Someone plays a song, you tip. Someone transforms into someone else, you tip. Yeah, it's a very, very nice, calming one I like. And this one right here is Route 3. Which I can't remember which one this is from, but I can't hear it, so I cannot say. So the one before this one was Unwavering Heart. This one's Route 3. I actually want to set up a thing where you can see what I'm listening to. Right now, I can actually post the playlist, as it is a public playlist. If you want to see what I listen to for Pokemon music. So, speaking of Pokemon, I need to go and check Psyduck. Let's get some Psyduck pictures. Let me look at the Psyduck. Because I know for a fact that Psyduck looks a little bit different from this. Okay, that's why he looks so derpy to me. He had only one of these. There should be 3. So we're gonna make a new sketch layer. Lucky sketch. Psyduck sketch. Okay. Now that we have that part done, we'll go ahead and we'll actually start making the Psyduck. So, Psyduck. We're gonna use a thinner circle than that to get the base. The Psyduck has a little bit of like a squishy head. Oh, there's a wild Furfrou in chat. If you type !PokeCatch, you can try to catch it. Which is funny that a Furfrou shows up right after I'm talking about Pokemon X. Pokemon X and Y, which, you know, Furfrou City. Sorry, had you muted because brother walked in. Or like an oval. Yeah, it's basically like a squish circle or an oval. Than it is an actual. Maybe that's why Psyduck has such a headache. And then Psyduck's body, let me see here, is kind of chunky. It's kind of chunky. maybe not that chunky. I also think I need a little bit bigger of a brush to make this a little easier. We're gonna also zoom in to also make it easier. Okay, that is not quite the curve I'm looking for. There we go. And then we got the little feetsies. Don't ask why I call them feetsies. Yes, curves are very tricky, especially for someone like me. In case you haven't noticed, well, actually you can't see, but I have my stabilization set to 70 right now because I cannot draw a straight line as a curve to save my fucking life. So here we are. Let's go ahead here. Because I'm facing this way, I'm going to have Psyduck looking this way. Now I've noticed with Psyduck that Psyduck has kind of like big eyes. So I might start out after I make the duck bill with kind of like large eyes. Let's see here. We got boop. That could probably be smaller, but we'll leave it for now. We can readjust it when we get to the vector layers. That is exactly why you never see my traditional art chat, because I struggle. I mean, I can do some traditional art, like for example, I know I'm getting sidetracked again, but I have to. It is part of the ADHD. Like for my traditional art, for example. Let me find it. Let me find it. I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Do 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 do. Looking. I know I have it in here. I know for a fact I have it in here. I might have to pull up one of my... Okay, I don't want to look at my desktop. I want to look at my art folder. I swore I had it here. I'm going to find a chat. I am going to ducking find this. If it's the last thing I do. Actually, you know, I have it on my Discord, funny enough. I've totally ducking forgot. Let me just scroll up to it. I will find it very easily. Okay. A quick save of this image and I can easily show it up here. Here we go. This is what my traditional art kind of looks like. It's very, like, it's all right, but it's not as great as the digital, because I can't quite draw in a straight ducking line. Everything ends up a squiggle. Everything. However, I am very pleased of my work drawing my pupper. And by drawing, I mean painting, because that actually, all of this is watercolor. And you can see some of the texture, because I actually purposefully gave it some texture with the watercolor, because I wanted to have a little bit of a different effect, you know? Well, yeah, I can't do traditional art very well. I struggle. My lines end up kind of like little squiggles. Which I guess is okay if you look at this from a distance, because you don't really notice. But still. I'm so good about being straight. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. So we're gonna zoom in over here for Psyduck. Psyduck has a little bit more of a sharp bill, I've noticed, as far as like how it's formed. And then at the very end of it, it's like a big round thing. So now the Psyduck is looking in a completely different direction. I could probably turn that off now. now that we have an actual Psyduck. Yeah, I can see that link. I did the swirly eyes because I wasn't sure how exactly I was going to do the Psyduck. But I think I might do like the derpy. Okay, that's a little bit weird. More weird than Psyduck is supposed to be. This Psyduck has seen things. Oh, and it looks like we have a 3-minute ad break. Unfortunately, because Twitch and the ads. However, it will keep the pre-rolls off, so at the very least, once everyone's back, you know, they won't have to worry about pre-rolls if they have to refresh. Yes, Psyduck is supposed to look like he's seen things. And thank you for the hydrate again. Actually, no, I'm going to make his arm a little bit closer because it's coming off of his body. So now we've got the little fingers. And how many fingers? Only 3. Only 3 fingers. I cannot draw Psyduck from memory. Even though I love Psyduck. Overpowered Pokemon. Absolutely ducking overpowered. Because Psyduck does not have flying type, despite being a duck. And as a result, Psyduck does not have to worry about taking as much damage from the same things most birds take damage from. Had to fix the arm, because the arm was not working out right for me. Oh my goodness. I see what you mean. Thank you for the hydrate again, Link. Yeah, I thought about if I should have his arms at the side or against the head, because Psyduck doesn't always have his arms on his head. But that might be what we need. That might be what we need. So let's try that. We got this kind of wide, yeah, he isn't a psychic Pokemon despite having psychic powers, which is quite an interesting thing. And one of the reasons why Psyduck is overpowered. Water type, so can counter the rock types that, you know, would destroy a bird team. And then also not flying type, so no worries about, you know, getting as much damage from like ice or, you know, but the electricity and also not as much damage from rock, but still has to deal with issues with like electricity, like, you know, electric and I'm trying to think of the other ones. Grass type. He should be either water psychic, water flying, or psychic flying. Now, here's the thing. And here's the thing. So, Psyduck can't be water flying. And here's why. Psyduck can't fly, for starters. And the other thing is there's Ducklet now, which Ducklet is, in fact, water flying. Ducklet's also fairly strong, like once you get it to Swanna. However, the issue is it still has flying type. So as a result of having flying type, it can be taken down by a lot of things. I'll say, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. Pika! I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that, but I just did, and I apologize, chat. Okay. I think we got a proper derpy Psyduck with the Duck Girl. So here comes the actual drawing part. Let's rearrange a bit. Cause we gotta have. Okay. Alright. Nobody's so cute. Aw. Well, I mean, I am a cute duck. We save our progress, because if we don't, we lose it all when something happens. As it is, I can't even hear the music that's playing, because my computer's like, yeah, how about no? No, not tasty. No, not tasty. We don't eat duck here. I don't care. I don't care if the nature shorts that talk about the things that animals do show that ducklings tend to eat each other when they are bored or overcrowded without enough ventilation, but we do not eat duck here. Lines folder. Lines. I cannot live without my vector lines. Duck is tasty. No. Which, by the way, for any of you artists in chat who don't know about this little trick, I use something called vector lines, like vector layers, if you will. And these layers are super, super helpful because they help you go through your actual, like, line art process way faster. So I'm gonna do this Lucky lines. And then I'm gonna make one for Psyduck. Psyduck lines. Okay. So, Lucky lines first. So for Lucky, I'm going to use this color for the line art. I'm gonna grab my D pen because I am a default brush pen girl. Don't judge me for my default pen. You can do a lot with them. Believe it or fucking not. Okay, that is too thick still. We're gonna move this down to like 5, I think. Yeah. I'm also going to dim the sketch here to make it less distracting. So this part is where you guys get to see how I do some of this very, very quickly. I take my eraser, and you can't see it here, but if you have Clip Studio and you use a vector layer, if you go to your eraser and pick the middle option on the vector layer and make sure that it's clicked and checked, you can do cool stuff like this. Oh, now I don't have any more tails that are just hanging out. Basically anything that you touch that is not, it basically breaks it off at the connection. So for example, that part right there, bam, bam, that's it, that's all. There's a wild Chubchoo in chat. You can catch it using exclamation point Pokecatch. I'm not even sure what a Chubchoo is. I would think it sounds like it would be like a slime, like a circular, you know, kind of monster Pokemon. But you know, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what Chubchoo looks like. Oh, nice. You got it. Let's see, connect. Now we're going to delete some of these control points because we do not need them. Because I have a very, how do you say, I don't really have a part up here. It's literally just this chunk of hair comes down. It's a baby polar bear with snot coming out of its nose. That sounds super cute. I would totally go for that. Send a pic in your Discord if you're okay with that. Yeah, no problem. You can go ahead and post it. I have no issues at all. That is exactly what my Discord's for. Sharing things. Okay. Now we got that part done. Let's do. Okay, I am not half closing my eyes here. That is too high. Too high of an arc. Got this drawing tablet as a gift for, I want to say it was my birthday. I think it was my birthday. It's like, I want to say about 5-ish, 6-ish years ago. Ooh, that was too much. Too much! And I actually didn't really learn how to draw using the drawing tablet until like 2 years ago. Even though I had them well before then. Okay, yeah, let me go look. Oh, that is absolutely ducking adorable. I love it. And yes, I do in fact play Cassette Beasts. I had started a new run, trying to do it kind of like a Nuzlocke. However, I got tied up with work. And then when I came back, by that point, I was already on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Or Arceus. I'm still not sure exactly what the official pronunciation is. But I digress. We'll play together at some point. Quite possibly. I just honestly need to have more time. I love Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon. And I have not even played Pokemon for like the last 2 days. I have been that level of busy. And it has fucking sucked. They actually have a mobile version, by the way, that they were coming out with. Yeah, I pronounce it as Arceus versus Arceus, but I know some people say Arceus. So I'm like, I don't know. What is it actually? No clue. But I don't know. I'm thinking about the duckbill. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like this. Although that was a terrible reconnection. There we go. Yeah, they recently had put a thing on Google Play, I saw, where you could pre-register, and I was like, yes, yes, please, because I literally work in mobile gaming, guys. I work in mobile gaming, so naturally I want to know everything there is about Cassette Beast if it's gonna be on mobile, because it's a fucking good game. Really quickly, I am gonna take a quick break and run ads. That way, you know, nobody's getting hit with ads while I'm out. And we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Thank you guys for being patient and waiting. I had to use the restroom. Because of all the Dr. Thunder Link had me drinking. And thank you, Link. Thank you. Let me save. Thank you again for the hydrate. Alrighty. super helpful. Because it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I don't have to worry about all the weird, like, crossing lines and stuff. Because I'm doing this all one layer. Because I'm not doing this as live 2D. If it was live 2D, that would be a different story. But it's not. That is not the shape I wanted. There we go. That'll be good enough. Because it's all gonna be filled in and rendered later, so. Okay, I just realized I don't have the side of my face done, so I need to do that real quick. We'll go ahead and handle these little tails. And then, oh, wrong brush. Another really good feature about vector lines, and why I say that you should use them, is that if you use your vector tools, you can actually change how thick or thin the lines are just by running your thing over them. Like, you can see I can make this super, super thick. Or we can make it back to normal. I think I might make that a little bit more. Yep, just like that. I do really enjoy that feature. It is very helpful. So now we're gonna go ahead down here, start that part. Come up here. Fix the ends here. Let's see. Then we can come up here, do the goggles. I'm literally just thickening up some of these dots right here using the vector tools. That way it looks like it's actually properly connecting, you know? Instead of just falling off. Let's see here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a do. And now I can just kind of boop. Moving it a little bit like this to give it a little bit more of like a dynamic look. Oh, there's a wild Darumaka in chat. You could try to catch it using exclamation point PokeCatch. There we go. I think that might be a little better. That's a little off, but it's fine. It's fine. It's good. Nobody's gonna know, right? Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. So let's just move this over here so it flows over there. There we go. Anytime someone's like, "Oh, you're so good at art," and I'm like, do you realize I have to cheat? I have to cheat so ducking much. No. Nobody's gonna know. No, don't tell everyone. Don't tell everyone. Woo. Wild hair. that's actually not too bad. I normally ducking suck at that. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not what I'm doing. There we go. I'll tell everyone as I feast on roast. No! Link! Link! Behave! We don't eat ducks here! I swear, I love vector lines so much. So ducking much. They make my life so much easier. Tempted to ping everyone in your Discord saying Duck E. Cheese is drunk. Oh my goodness. Let's get on the correct dot, please. That's the only thing I really struggle with, is making sure I'm on the right line when the lines overlap like that. Let's see here. Let's just bring this a little more down. There we go. Now I need to fix the line, because we're having trouble here. Okay, that is not at all what I wanted to do. Let's try narrow here, and then thicken there, thicken here, narrow here, narrow there. Very useful tool. Itch. I hate when I get random itches. Does that happen to anyone else, where you just get like a random itch on like your leg, and you're like, oh, that itches. Why? Why right now? Or is that just an autistic thing? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let me go ahead and save, because we save our work here, lest we lose it. I think for the Pokeball, I'm actually going to quickly do Pokeball lines, because I realize I should probably just make a circle so I can draw the fingers around it. That's probably the best course of action here. Okay, that looks like it's about the right size. I just need to, there we go. Yep. Maybe, possibly, I'm thinking, boop, boop. Just a little readjustment, you know? There we go. Okay. Now that we're done with that part, because I'm gonna make that blue so that I don't get confused, because I tend to. Now I can start drawing over this. I'm getting better at this straight line thing, although I still have to use a lot of stabilization. Alright. I'm going to move this slightly over. because the reference picture I was looking at earlier is like a little bit more over. There we go. There we go. Okay, that part's done. Now, we reduce the stabilization because we're about to go on to a part where we actually need it to be off. Which is not usually, but we gotta make the little fuzzies. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. Because ultimately, I don't have to technically fill that under part because we're not doing a live 2D model. No live 2D model today. At least, no rigging. In the future, perhaps, mayhaps. But I don't know about now. Because I have so much to do. So much that I can do. And then after I'm done streaming today, I have to work. So, we're basically playing it by ear. I think I'm probably going to do the zipper, like the tag up here, over the top, so that how do you say, it'll like overlay it and look a little bit better. I'm not too worried about the line weight there because of the fact I'll be drawing a zipper over it. However, now I need to bring my stabilization back up because I cannot draw properly. Okay. Alrighty. So now we start this part. Gonna erase this. Come down here. And then this. Woo! I think I might want to do this a little bit further out, like that. A little more exaggerated. Because you want to exaggerate your art in order to make it look more dynamic. We're going to go ahead with that. There we go. There we go. It's coming together. It's coming together, guys. Slowly but surely. But we don't actually have to draw the arm there because the arm's being held out. Just like the tail doesn't technically have to be fully drawn because it's behind. So we'll just do that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go a little more out. There we go. There we go. No issues. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead here. And we'll start on the bottom part after we've saved, because we always save our work. That is our mantra. Boop. 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 I am totally okay with that overlap because, once again, vector layers. Not an issue. Vector layers are also useful in general because no matter what you do, like if you resize them, for example, you don't lose any quality of the actual line itself because it's basically a mathematical equation for the computer. yes, you know, it can, in some cases, take a little bit more data, but it's not usually too intensive of a file. I personally have not had issues with it. And yes, I am a Mag woman. I literally do, in fact, use 1200 DPI in most cases. I probably shouldn't, but you know, it's just so satisfying to see it super, super clean. For the longest time, I didn't even know you could change that, and so I had it at 72. So none of my stuff looked right. At least, none of it looked right to me. Boop, 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 boop. We got the same duck feet almost as Psyduck, because we are duck. Boop, boop. Get rid of these edges. And now we come up here and finish this part. And then, chat, we can put on all the color, do the zipper, and do Psyduck as well. Although I'll probably do Psyduck first, just to get the liner. So let's see. I'm going to slightly zoom out because we're going to do this. Woo. And now, I said now. Eye ducking suck. Now, we are almost, did not mean to go that far, did not mean to go that far. Now we're almost done with the lucky lines. Because fun fact, I do actually have a zipper brush. And it's very, very useful. And I will be using that. That's actually how I did my zipper here. I drew the little hand-holdy thingy, the tag at the top that swings. Like, I physically drew that, but the zipper itself is quite literally a zipper brush. That is one of the nice things about when you are a digital artist. You don't have to draw every little thing. You can use a brush to render it for you. As you can see, it's quite literally that easy. And also, if you do that with a vector layer, like I mentioned, you can do stuff like that and move it however you need to move it, which you know is super, super helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off Lucky Sketch. Okay, that's starting to come out. There is a wild shaman in chat. You can try to catch it using exclamation point poking edge. Okay, I think that's it for lucky lines. Let me come down here. Psyduck. Now, Psyduck, I'm gonna try to use a different color for. I'm thinking maybe that one. Well, let's try this. Let's try this. And also to make sure I don't get confused by Lucky over here, I think I'm going to go ahead and make the Lucky lines blue for now, because I am using just another brown. Thank you for the posture check. I definitely was not sitting correctly. Also, saving. I should come up with like a save for whenever I'm doing art. So, Psyduck lines. Let's go ahead and once again I'm just gonna kind of line this up. There we go. That works. So Psyduck has a more angular bill. Comes down like this. opacity here, because that's a little hard to see. There we go. Oh, that, you know, I need to bring down the stabilization just slightly. Oh no, that's too low. That's a 63 and that's too low. Let's try 74. This might work. Maybe. There we go. That's another cool little vector line feature, is you can quite literally move all the lines at once. And you can shorten the line by the actual like control points where the line itself is moved, which is super, super helpful. So then from here, I'm gonna do a nice big round. Boop. I'm going to fix that a bit. And the way we fix some of this weird bumpage is quite literally start deleting some of these control points. And then that way we can actually move this up so that it's, you know, less jank. Might delete a few more and then go from there. Okay. Boop. Boop. Smooth line. Almost got this. Almost. And it doesn't need to be perfect because this is a doodle. However, I still want it to look good. I want it to actually look like Psyduck. Because, as it is, I've never drawn Psyduck. Okay, that was too much. Okay, so now we can delete that. Almost. We're gonna kind of... There we go. Just very carefully moving some of these up. Yeah. Because drawing new lines does not always work for me. Alrighty. Deleting these. There we go. Gonna probably up the size of this brush just slightly. Okay, that, I don't even know what just happened. That was not the kind of eye I wanted. Alrighty. And then I can actually connect this line right here. So now you don't even see the little gap because it doesn't exist. And now we just do the same thing over here. Are the eyes a little lopsided? Yes, absolutely. Is that how Psyduck is? Absolutely. Let me go ahead and pinch this and kind of bring it down. Alright. I think I'm also going to spin it slightly. Excuse me, coming through. almost done with the lines. Little tiny. And we got this. Okay, that was too much. Okay. Why am I having issues? You know what? We're gonna make this easier for me. I need to figure out the best angle for this. Wah. Oh no. No, no, no. Wah. There we go. Not entirely what I wanted, but it works. I can fix it once I'm done making the basic shape. Let's remove this. And this is how we straighten it. We just delete a few points, you know? That's how you do it. Let's connect this part and see if that helps. This part does not need to have so many control points. Neither does this. There we are. So now I can actually just move this over. There we are. And then boop. Boop, boop. Oh my ducking god. And now, so if we take off the sketch, it works. The eyes are a little bit ducked, but you know, this is a side duck. Okay. Alright. We have the makings of a proper Pokemon doodle. Done in just quite literally about 2 hours minus the color. So let's continue. Let's continue this. Let's see. Let's see. So the next step. I'm blanking. Let me go look up Pokeballs. Because I realized, how does a Pokeball look again? I should know what this looks like. I know. It's literally just a ball with like 3 different colors. But you know, I have to remember, how exactly does it look? So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come up here, we're gonna do the Pokeball. Let me go ahead and hide Lucky for a moment. Just for a moment. And we're gonna find a nice red. Dark red color. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do kind of, yeah, actually, thinking. Kind of like a dark gray red for like the band that goes around. Like the lines. But you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to decide. How do I approach this? I know it seems stupid. But I think I'm gonna have to start with like a dark gray, maybe, and then paint over. So we're gonna use a vector line again. It's gonna be a very large vector line, mind you. Let's see. that is too big. No. How about make it just a wee bit bigger. There we go. No, not quite. I'm gonna make it actually a little smaller. Just very slight like that, right? Then we're gonna go boop, boop. I said boop. And then we're going to oh no, heavens no. Let me see if that helps. Doing it like that. I should have probably, you know what? I'm going to do this differently. First of all, we're going to make this a little bit bigger of a line. That's better. That's looking better. Then, we're actually going to make a second Pokeball. Other vector. Okay, let's try this again. Because you can actually make it clip through the layers, which I'll show in a moment. Quite literally, same thing, even though it's on a different layer. It cuts it off like that so that the one I want to go over is still there. So, I'm just going for a regular ducking Pokeball. I was just trying to figure out how I was going to approach it. I'm going with like the old retro kind of Pokeball here. I think I'm going to thin this out a little bit. Oh, that did not work. You know what? We're gonna do that. and then we're gonna do a much smaller. We're gonna do it more like 20. I think 20 is a good. That way we don't have issues. Because we need the very slight bending because it's a curved ball. Also, shouldn't you make a Legends Arceus? That is a fair point. That is a fair point. However, then I would have to redesign my entire outfit. Just because, you know. But that actually is a fair point. I should look up what the Poke, because I know it's like a brownish color because it's made using apricorns. Pokemon Legends Arceus. This one's a little bit different. For those of you who have not seen it yet, because you haven't played or you haven't watched me play, the bottom is a little bit more brownish, like wood, because it's made out of nuts. Oh no, Link. That is fair. I'm thinking. So we got that part done. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do another clasp. So I want to do a clasp layer. A little bit more gray. Kind of like, which if I put this up here so I can see a little better, I would want to have this part right here. Push this so it kind of, and then connect. And then we're going to get rid of some of these sharp, jagged, weird control points that we don't need. regenerate a lot when you do a regular brush stroke. So it makes sense. That way it can be resized regardless of how you decide to resize. Okay, so that's the base kind of look here. Nope. I just realized. Why am I going through this? Why am I doing this? I could literally, chat, I could literally do this. I forget sometimes that I'm using digital art. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to remove that for a moment, just so that I can properly focus on this. I'm going to have to fix that too, because I am bothered by the smallest little things. Okay. Clasp. Game I'm playing is annoying me. Oh no. What kind of game, or which game? This looks like there is like a deeper, darker ring. It's like, okay, we're gonna kind of increase the size a bit because we're gonna be using this as like the filler area. But there we go. And we're just gonna, okay, let's, I need to get better. No, I'm just gonna use the polyline. That's gonna be easier for me because I ducking suck at this. Slightly, yeah. And then I would like to just very, very slightly shrink because I'm trying to go off of this reference I'm looking at. Making lunch. Oh, nice. Far Cry 4 can't get to the next part. Ah, yeah. I've not played Far Cry, but I've heard that it's a good game. I've seen bits and pieces, but I personally have not played. I would imagine that it would be frustrating though, because you're like, I know it's somewhat open world, but I am not super knowledgeable on it. I like that it looks like it's a zipper for these Pokeballs. It is, but I can't do the mission I need to do. Oh, yeah, that would be irritating. Let's see here. Okay, so that's the way that goes. So the clasp I could probably bring just slightly down like that. Okay. And then slightly lighter color. And it looks kind of like a little bean, like right here. I'll have to kind of play with this to get the sizing and the shape right. Actually, you know what? Duck it. We're gonna use our tools again. Gonna need a much thinner brush. Let's try this. Okay. Now with this, I can quite literally just come around like this, and then I can use a free transform. Kind of do that. indecisive. I am indecisive, chat. There we go. Alright. And then we can just kind of do the bottom part. I just watched as a black eagle picked up a boar. I would also be very confused. Honestly. I think I'm going to need to still... Let me just see. Oh no, I think that might be alright. Let me see. Yeah, so then I'm just going to kind of come in here. I'm going to do a little tiny line there. And then I'm going to, underneath that, put the tag, because that's what I call them, tags. More of a gray. Okay, that went under the clasp, so I'm not a fan of that. Okay. Let's try putting this above. I do not like how that looks. I do not like it all. But we will fix. We will fix just like this. We remove the control points and that's all. There we go. You're undecided now. What are you gonna do? Okay. On the clasp, really quickly, I think I'm going to possibly use a lighter color to kind of do like the I think I might just do like a clipping layer. That might be better. Just kind of coming in here, doing the little dots. I think those look about evenly spaced. Hello, Kami Hatsune. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. We're just doing some art today. I'm gonna zoom out to get a better look here. Okay. So that's looking better. Much better. And of course, because my finger is here, you wouldn't see the little button on top, but there is a button on top of these Pokeballs. Okay. I also do have a zipper, but you cannot see it because, quite literally, I have not rendered that part yet. But we are making progress. Okay. Thinking. That's the part that goes under. I'll have to make like a shine and everything. Because I'm also not currently looking to fully render out yet, but I think now's probably the time. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna zoom out here. We are going to save. Because we always save our work, because otherwise we lose it. At random. And I am going to make a base gray. Base. Basically, it's an underfill to make sure that I don't miss anything, and if I do, it's not noticeable. Okay. So, we're going to temporarily hide the Psyduck. And we are going to select everything. We're going to pick kind of a darker gray. We're going to invert this so it's only on the inside. I'm going to see how that looks against the lines. It could probably stand to go out one. Yeah. And now, we have a base layer. Gonna have to clear that part though, because we do not want base layer where there is not actually anything there. Okay. Let's get a smaller brush here to get that little part. And then just make sure there's nothing sticking out. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ben. And thank you for the hydrate. I'm doing all right, Kami. I have just been, moving along, getting things done, working on some stuff. And one of those things, which I showed a few people earlier, but I don't know who all was here for it. I've been setting up some new effects for my stream so that, we have fun things to do and y'all can just cause absolute mayhem. But like, for example, I'll actually turn off the music temporarily so that you can hear. But I got this. Also, I don't know why, but it didn't entirely work. Let me check something. I'm very curious if my thing here is just that level of broken right now. It definitely is. Let me see. There we go. Okay, if I change it to studio mode, it seems to work perfect. Maybe. I don't know. There we go. There we go. Proper zoom. Proper zoom. Okay, one more time, because once again, I've had tech issues all morning. So this is actually a mood. Oh my gosh. Of course you had to do that, Ben. Also, if I didn't already say thank you for the hydrate, I did have some Eye Doctor Thunder. But I also did this. I haven't gotten anything else set up for this, but I can do a zoom out, like a ducking meta. Hello, Zyrite, welcome back. I hope that your lunch is good. So yeah. Oops, did my finger slip? You just completely yeeted me out of the scene. I'm gonna save our work. We're going to hide the Lucky base gray. We're gonna hide the Lucky. We're going to hide the Pokeball. And everything related to the Pokeball. I should actually make the Pokeball its own folder. Yeah, we're just gonna put the Pokeball into its own folder here. Because otherwise I'm going to be stuck forever trying to hide everything. Okay. Psyduck. Hello, Psyduck. I am going to create a base layer. Base Psyduck. Indeed, I used some noodles I told you about, some chicken of the woods, broccoli I missed, bacon bits, and some other mushrooms. Also seasoning and Alfredo sauce. That sounds amazing. Now I want some. But then again, I've been eating so much because I was on a treatment that just kind of sparked my appetite to an unreasonable degree. Okay, so now we have the base Psyduck. That actually looks pretty solid. There's just like a little tiny bit right here that made it through, but it's not an issue. We just come in here and we just erase. And then make sure that this is properly covered and sealed. It seems the most of the no. What the duck, Ben? Why would you do that? Okay, let's see. Now we have base gray Lucky. We have, oh, which reminds me, when it comes to the whole like meta of like VTubers, you can tell this is me, right? Without even seeing the lines. I think I have a pretty distinctive silhouette considering I literally have a duck bill. And then I have kind of spiky hair. And then I have duck feet. Because that, if you guys aren't aware, there has been some absolute ducking discourse in the VTuber community in like the last several months, just between a bunch of VTubers who look like other VTubers. Some of them warranted, others not really. Like, you know, if someone's a cat girl, there's like, I don't even know how many cat girls. Like, you know, why is someone gonna be upset about that? But, like, people being like, you need to have a distinctive silhouette. I think I have a distinctive silhouette. It is duck-shaped. Duck and human smashed together. So, now we're gonna start on the color part. Which shouldn't be too bad. Let me see here. I think I'll start with Psyduck. Psyduck is a great place to start, I think. I think I'll start... We'll make a folder for Psyduck. We'll put the Psyduck lines in there. And we'll start with our yellow. Let me look up a Psyduck again. Okay. Psyduck? Because I need to see the yellow. Okay, so I could do anything from kind of a more vibrant yellow to a more pale yellow. Based upon the actual official art. So, we're going to start by finding ourselves a nice yellow. And we're going to bring it to the warmer side, because it's a little bit warmer of a yellow. And it's a little bit muted, but not too muted. Also, I can always change the color later because of the way I do my stuff. How about... That's a good idea. I hadn't even thought about that. I was like, wait. Because they're blue. So I could actually do like a blue. Yeah, let's try that. We'll do a shiny. I've never... Yes, you are, Link. It didn't occur to me. Maybe I could do a shiny. I do know that whenever I am in a stream, like for example Chris the Wiz, who has like the Pokemon stream avatars, I like to pick the shiny Psyduck. That's a little bit too bright. Let me dim that. Oh, that's looking better. That is looking better. Let me just slightly lighter. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All is good in the world. We'll just completely color this Psyduck for the most part, and then come back and start darkening everything properly. the way it's supposed to, and lightning as we need. Okay, that is too much. Just do a little bit right there. Let's go ahead and do the eyes, which are going to be just a slight gray. The slightest of grays. Don't mind the talking duck. We are in an imaginary world. Exactly. Okay, so. Eye whites. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and do the duck bill. And the feetsies. Which is an even lighter version of this color. So we're gonna kind of do that, see how this looks. Needs to be a little lighter. Okay, I think that's about the right shade. We can fix it later if we need to. Thank you for the hydrate, Ben. I will have more of my Dr. Thunder. Also, I realize I am still zoomed out, and I need to zoom back in. So give me just a second here. Can you tell I'm not a morning duck? Okay. Now, taking a quick look here. The parts on the head. Thank you for that. Thank you for that link. Let me see here what that color actually is. Yeah, I think I could probably go ahead and do the little hairs. Okay, that is not exactly the color I want, so let's try this. Oh no! Let's try this again. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's gonna have to work. And then we can do that, do that. Yes, it's all coming together now. Could you imagine the chaos we could create if we did a crowd control zoom in and out? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are some games that have that effect. Like the Crash Bandicoot one, the Insane Trilogy. But not all of them, obviously. Which reminds me, actually, Ben, I don't have the stuff for it. However, Crowd Control just released Beat Saber for Crowd Control. Can you imagine how ducking insane that is? Like, I also realized I have not been playing music, so we're gonna do that. That is how out of sorts I am. I can't really hear my computer audio right now because it crashed, so I don't really have a way to hear. But yes, Beat Saber is actually on Crowd Control now. I am excited to see what happens with it because I don't know if you've ever seen it. It is a little bit chaotic, and I can't even begin to imagine how hard it would be. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna do that. That was not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do at all. Do. Ooh. Okay, that is also also not the color I want, so let's make it a little more blue. Yes. Yes. All of the shiny. Just need to get Dex onto crowd control soon. Yes, absolutely. I think it would be absolutely amazing. Honestly. Because I know he has the crowd for it. I absolutely know that for a ducking fact. I know I would show up for that. Not that I don't already show up a lot, because I tend to lurk. I don't chat a whole lot because I have way too much ducking work, but I do try to when I can. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, I think this is actually a fantastic time for me to do this. But basically, he's a scam baiter. So what he does is he wastes scammers' time so that they spend less time scamming actual victims. And basically he ruins their day, and it's absolutely amazing. All different kinds of wild things happen. He's had to quote unquote take a goat to the bank. He's made scammers go on repeat asking if he's an idiot or something. Yes, absolutely. It is hilarious watching what he does. And it helps people too, so like, it's honestly a great stream to be watching. He's usually on during the weekdays, Monday through Friday, but sometimes he has to take time off. But he's usually there, usually. I think it was Thursday, he had like a 6 or 7 hour long stream. But yeah, very, very good people over there. I do recommend it if you are not already following and watching. Okay, so got that part done. And then I need to do the duckbill and feet. I think I'll probably use this one. Let's see here. It's got a little bit of a warmer tone, so I'm going to use a little bit more of a green. And kind of come in here. And also shrink my brush. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That is amazing. I like that. Okay. Let me see here. I'm actually quickly going to make this not multiply normal because I actually need to come in here, I realize, and do a little bit on the tail. There we go. Not too much. And then over here, we're gonna go back to normal because same deal. Multiply, and then I'm gonna come down here and do just a light shadow. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that's looking about right. And now we have all of this. We're gonna save. Oh, nice, Link, you caught the Sizzlepeed. Let me see. Okay. Unfortunately, I do want to finish this. I won't be able to finish it on stream. However, I will be posting it to my Discord. I do have to go because I do have to get some work done today. because I work 6 days a week because I work in a startup. So I have a lot of things to do. So what I'm going to do really quickly, we are going to see who all is on right now because I need to see. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see. Let us see here. You know what? We are going to go ahead and
I'm so excited, and I figured you guys can, we can all just hang out, smoke
I'm
weed,
gonna say
and watch me fail miserably at a game that literally requires.
there's not a lot of people are on right now. I'm thinking, since it's a Pokemon day, how about Chewy Duck?
Doesn't matter how you play.
Yes,
I don't understand
actually,
how
wait,
people play
Tyler?
games to
Let
get,
me
like,
see.
crazy mad.
I'm trying to see because I don't.
Just enjoying.
Oh, it's because he's so high up on my list. I was like, wait.
Enjoy your game.
Oh, there.
Well,
Yeah, let's go ahead and say hi over there. Tyler is another scam baiter, by the way,
That's good.
doing similar things. So, very good people to hang out with and watch. Yeah,
so
thank you
make
so
a
much.
decision
And also,
on
if you
what
guys
page
are
to
not
go.
already on my Discord, I do recommend joining, just because I do post all my stuff there. And like I said, once this is done, probably tonight or possibly tomorrow, I will be posting it in my art channel.
I've never been.
My head on getting my own work done. Yeah, I totally get that. Let's go ahead here.
Just
And Tyler.
never really appealed to me.
There we go.
The only time I
And
really
then we'll go
liked
ahead
them was
and,
when I would
start
play
the
with
raid.
friends and we would just
And say
take
hi.
off. Like we wouldn't even do what we're supposed to. Like,
Thank you so much
like
again,
Halo.
everyone. I do appreciate you
Drift off,
popping
you
in,
grab
and
your hammers and you
I look
smack
forward
people
to
with them.
seeing y'all
We
next
wouldn't
week.
even- we wouldn't
Be
even
doing
try
some
to
crowd
move the ball.
control
We
and
just beat the crap out of
more
each
fun
other.
Pokemon stuff.
But yeah, like PvP's never really been my thing.